collected few questions from the patients. Can I
I
ask
see.
them, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
First question is, can I do yoga any time of the day? You know that people are so busy. Is there any ideal time in which we have to do yoga, or can we do it any time, ma'am?
Yeah, this brings us to the point that yoga means something physical, but yoga basically is mind management. So, yoga is to be practiced throughout the day for that matter. What the questioner is asking is, can we do the physical part of the yoga any time of the day? To do the physical part of the yoga, which includes some body movements, the stomach has to be empty. Therefore, you can plan it just before the major meal. If you are taking a heavy breakfast, it has definitely got to be before breakfast, and 3 hours after a major meal, 1 hour after a very small snack, half an hour after a drink. Drink doesn't mean alcohol, of course.
Ma'am, that is another question. I know you told me yoga we need to practice it throughout the day, but the physical part of the yoga, every day, how much time should we do?
So generally we recommend about 45 minutes of physical practices followed by 10 minutes of relaxation, and very very important is this 45 minutes need not be vigorous practices. Vigorous dynamic part should be about 50%, another 50% should be slow practices followed by deep rest.
Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. This is the most working people, very busy officials, and with timings of office. This question becomes very relevant. I don't get time to do yoga every day. Can I do it or practice it weekly 2 to 3 times?
Every day about 45 minutes to dedicate for some form of physical activity is very essential. So if you, because the questioner is asking can we do it 3 times a week or 2 times a week, in fact most of the researchers that have publications are on 2 days a week or 3 days a week data, which have already shown results. It's not that if you can only spare 2 days a week that it does not have results. It has been published and there has been enough data on that.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, is there any ideal dress code for yoga? This is asking because we have many elderly women diabetic. We have a dress, mostly they'll be on saris and all that. Is there ideal dress code or can
No,
they
dress code will be necessary if you are doing it in a group because you want to be aesthetically acceptable. Otherwise, you can do it in any dress. Definitely avoid very tight dresses, avoid non-cotton dresses. Loose, comfortable dressing is very good. If you are doing at home, you can do it in your nightie also. Who says no?
Well, coming back to this specific question for diabetics, they're asking, does yoga help to reduce blood sugar levels?
Yes, yes, this is the major data that is available. Let me share our research data. Our very first publication came from our collaborative research with Royal Free Hospital in London. That was the very first publication in 1990s, which we demonstrated it reduces fasting blood sugar, postprandial blood sugar, HbA1c with reduced medication score within 12 weeks of the practice. Since 1994, we have had more than 100 publications on the effect of yoga, not only from our institution, from around the globe, from various institutions. All these researchers, more than 200 to 300 publications on the effect of yoga on diabetes have definitely documented fasting blood sugar, postprandial blood sugar, HbA1c, which has clearly been documented to reduce. And we did a nationwide study in India in 2017 where we did it on 30,000 people, and we were able to demonstrate reduction in fasting blood sugar and HbA1c also within 3 months.
Oh, so, ma'am, are there any specific yogasana especially to reduce blood sugar level or hypertension?
Specifically, the purpose of doing any particular posture for diabetes is to bring the mind awareness to the sick part of the body. We have to give deep internal awareness by stretching the sick part of the body. For example, in hypertension, the problem is spasm of the peripheral arteries all over the body. So when we teach a specific stretch your hand, why do we stretch? So that the mind comes to all the peripheral arteries, and we give them relax when you come back. So relaxation of the sick part of the body with awareness. So in hypertension we select only those asanas which help on reducing the peripheral vasospasm, arterial spasm, and reduce the Vyana activity or reduce the this one. For diabetes, we have to work on the visceral fat and the pancreas. Therefore, we select specific asanas like Vakrasana, Ardha Matsyendrasana, and Setubandhasana, like this, apart from the integrated approach which we discussed in my earlier presentation.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, this question is from a diabetic person.
Okay.
He is asking, being a diabetic person, do we need to eat a snack before yoga session to avoid hypoglycemia?
Never do yoga physical yoga practices when you are totally hungry for more than 2-3 hours. So, as I said, 3 hours after a breakfast is good enough. 3 hours after a heavy meal, you don't have to have another major snack. If you are doing it early in the morning, have a drink, maybe a ragi ganji or some drink, and give half an hour gap, and then do your early morning yoga practices. Immediately before a yoga practice, having a snack is not acceptable. At least after any solid snack, there should be at least half an hour to 45 minutes gap.
And this is another question. By doing yoga and practicing yoga regularly, can I reduce my medications?
Yes, this is what I mentioned. Our very first publication from the Royal Free Hospital, we demonstrated this.
Asking, can I do some yoga asanas sitting in my office in my chair during office breaks?
Exactly. We have designed office chair practices, which can be done with your office uniform also.
Thank you so much, ma'am, giving us so many practical tips and explaining it in such a simple language. It was wonderful. I'm sure all the audience who have now participating and logged on will be very, very helpful with these tips. May I now request to show us some asanas which we can do so that we will learn on this.
Yeah, our students will be demonstrating it now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you
much.
so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
From here, we'll go for Chair Surya Namaskara. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Come in Sthiti position, feet together and active. Back straight. Bring your hands in front of your chest in Namaskara Mudra. Let's chant the Surya Namaskara prayer. Inhale, 1, Namaskara Mudra, open your eyes. 2, inhale, Hasta Uttanasana, raise your hands above your head, arch your back. Exhale, Pada Hastasana, bend forward, try to touch the ground. Inhale, Ashwa Sanchalanasana, raise your right leg, place it on your chest, look up. Exhale, touch your forehead to the knees. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana, drop your leg down, arch your back. Exhale, Pada Hastasana, bend forward. Inhale, Ashvasanchalanasana. Raise your left leg, place it on chair, look up, expand your chest. Exhale, touch your forehead to the knee. Inhale, Hasta Uttasana. Drop your leg, arch your back. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Exhale, come to Namaskara Mudra. We'll go for next round. Inhale, up, Hasta Uttanasana. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, Ashvasanchalanasana. Raise your right leg up, look up, expand your chest. Exhale, touch your forehead to the knees. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Drop your leg down, arch your back. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, Ashvasanchalanasana. Raise your left leg up, expand your chest. Exhale, touch your forehead to the knee. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Drop your leg, arch your back. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Exhale, Namaskara Mudra. We'll go for last round. Inhale, Hasta Uttasana. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, Ashvasanchalanasana. Raise your right leg up. Exhale, touch your forehead to the knee. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Drop your leg, arch your back. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, Ashvasanchalanasana. Raise your left leg up, look up. Exhale, Padahastasana. Touch your forehead. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Drop your leg. Exhale, Padahastasana. Inhale, Hasta Uttanasana. Come to Namaskara Mudra. We can do 3 to 5 rounds of Surya Namaskara. Now drop down your hands, relax, sit back on your chair, close your eyes, observe the changes in your body. For relaxation, we will chant 3 rounds of Omkara. Inhale deeply, while exhalation chant Omkara. Inhale, one more round. Inhale, last round. Inhale. Observe the vibration of Omkara chanting in your body. Relax your whole body. Now, next we will go for asana practice, Vakrasana. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Come in Sthiti position, foot resting on the floor, back straight. As you inhale, bring your right leg and place it on your chair. Now, Inhale with exhalation. Twist your body towards right side. Hold your right knee with the left arm. You can take support of the chair with the right hand and look back. Gaze on the one point. Hold with the normal breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly and gently come back. Release your hand. Look forward. Release your leg. Relax for a while. From here, we'll go for opposite side of practice. With inhalation, bring your left leg, place your foot on the chair. Inhale. With exhalation, turn your left side. Catch hold of your left knee with the right arm. You can take support of chair with the left hand. Look backward. Hold for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly and gently look forward. Release your hand. Release your leg. Relax for a while. Close your eyes. Observe the changes in your body.